Big doings in downtown Hollister. You're going to want to know about it. The 22nd annual Lights On celebration and parade, Saturday, November 24th, and there's lots more going on too. And the executive director of the Hollister Downtown Association, Brenda Weatherly, and the president of the Downtown Association, Kathy Sheridan, are here to talk to us on South Bay Sunday. Welcome.
Thank you.
All the way from Hollister.
Yeah, it was a really long drive.
One of our favorite towns, though, you know, on the morning show especially, we hear from folks in Hollister. It must be a wonderful community to live in.
We love living there. It's a great community to live in.
Now, isn't it what one would call a bedroom community? Do a lot of people live in Hollister who, say, commute to, you know, the big city, Gilroy?
Yes, they do. A lot of people do commute, but I think it doesn't have a feel of a bedroom community. It has a feel of a small town. There's a lot of volunteerism that goes on, and a sense of people really knowing each other, multiple generations living together in one city. We do have a lot of people commuting, but it really has that small town feel.
It's a place I like to visit. As I told you before we started the interview, I play golf there with my son. We have a father-son thing on Father's Day, and we like to go dirt biking there. Okay. It's a lot of fun to visit Hollister. There's so much more, and that's why you're here, to tell us about it. But tell us about this event coming up.
You want to do it? Okay. What we have is the 22nd annual Lights On celebration. It's an all-day celebration that happens in downtown Hollister. We have a holiday boutique. We have a car show. We have a kids area with entertainment. And then at the end of the day, we have the Lights On celebration parade, which is huge. We had about 80 entries last year. Thousands and thousands of people come to this event. It's a big marker for the holidays.
From all over the region,
all over the region, yes.
And we should be coming there from San Jose.
Oh,
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, and catch it. Well, you know, downtown associations put on parades and so forth. Everyone knows about, like, Campbell's summertime event, the late summer, early fall event, the Oktoberfest that they do, and the summertime what do they call it? On the Bayou event that they have, that kind of thing. And a lot of it is to generate business downtown. Tell us about downtown Hollister. What's there?
Well, we also do events. We have the car show that we do every summertime, the Summer Street Festival in July, and we get over 200 cars entered in that. And it's another event that brings lots of people out. The kids area, booths. It's a lot of fun.
Okay. And lots of great cars at Christmas time, too.
Yes. As
part of the car show.
Right. This is our second year doing the car show during this time for this event.
You get some car clubs there.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, it's fun, and it's a good way to participate in something like that and raise. You know, you're donating canned goods and toys for the needy, and there's no other entry fee for the car show but that. And bring people down too to do some shopping, that sort of thing. One of the big things that is happening in San Jose right now, without the San Jose Sharks because of the NHL lockout, downtown San Jose is suffering big time. One of the big draws, of course, is the Sharks, and you want people to come down to downtown San Jose. I'm sure the same is for downtown Hollister. What kind of shops are available there?
We have a variety of things. Actually, the aspect of downtown that seems to be really taking off is our restaurants. We have a new restaurant, the Pendergrass, that just opened up. It's doing very well. There's a fabulous sushi place. There's all kinds of places to eat, and they're very family-friendly. You can bring your family, and reasonably priced. The restaurants are just really taking off and doing well. That's great. And a lot of shops, too, I'm sure. Yes, we do have quite a few. We have gift shops. We have pharmacies. We have all kinds of things that people just need when they need their gifts. We have a sporting goods store that's over 100 years old. Oh, yeah. Really? Mm-hmm. It's got some history going on. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you mentioned charitable organizations and charitable events for this particular weekend. So tell us about some of the organizations that are involved. One of the organizations that's going to be kicking off a 12-day drive to help raise money and goods for deserving families is called the 12 Days of Christmas. It's being sponsored by the Community Foundation in partnership with a number of other local businesses. And the idea is it's a 12-day effort. They're going to kick off with the Lights On celebration, and they're going to collect toys, clothing, and donations, which will go to 6 different service providers in the community, like the Community Food Bank and Emmaus House, Chamberlain's Children's Center, and that sort of a thing. And then in addition to that, the Community Foundation is going to match dollar for dollar any monetary contribution that comes in during this drive. So if someone makes a donation of cash towards the effort, the Community Foundation will double that.
That's great. A lot going on in Hollister that we may or may not know about. So tell me something about downtown Hollister that I wouldn't know. Surprise me.
Surprise you. There is a secret tunnel underneath one of the banks.
Wow.
I'm trying to think what else. Actually, there's all kinds of secret little passageways in the buildings. When we did fire mapping to identify all of the entrances into buildings and the roofs, we found all kinds of funny little tunnels and little openings into the buildings and roofs that we didn't know were there before.
Is this part of the history of Hollister?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where did that come from? Do you know?
I'm not really sure. In this one particular bank building, there's this very odd little tunnel that kind of goes around. It's in the basement, and it goes around the outside of where the vault would sit. And it's a funny little tunnel that you have to double over in order to walk into. Some of the buildings, the older buildings, are thought to be haunted. And at the time when they were occupied by the bank downstairs, the employees absolutely refused to go up into the upper floors because they thought they were haunted.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, there's interesting stuff. Yeah.
And at one of our old theaters too, the only one that's left, is they've got a film vault in there too from the old days where it's all, I don't know how many feet of cement it is, because film was flammable
sure.
at that point. So it's an interesting thing we learned about that particular building. It was built like a bunker.
Now, people hear about Hollister, and people of a certain age go, oh, yeah, that's where that Marlon Brando movie was set.
The motorcycles.
Wild one.
Yeah.
The Wild Ones. I know you've never lived that down.
No. No, and we actually kind of enjoy it. I mean, there's at Johnny's Bar and Grill, there's a mural of Brando that you can have your picture taken next to. In fact, a lot of people do that. We get motorcyclists all year round from all over the world.
It's a tourist attraction for Harley fans. Huh?
Definitely that, yes.
I'm sure. And the gang was called the Beatles.
Seriously?
No kidding.
Yeah.
Is that right?
It was true. The bad guy in the Beatles was Lee Marvin, who was always telling Marlon Brando, ever since you left the Beatles, you're no good, So
good impersonation.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That's my Lee Marvin. You should hear my Marlon Brando. So let's get back to the holidays in Hollister. This sounds like a great event. So walk us through it. Start with the beginnings and take us through what's going to be happening the weekend of the 24th.
Weekend of the 24th. So everything opens up basically at 10 o'clock. Inside the Veterans Memorial Building, we'll have a holiday boutique with vendors. There will be food vendors, mostly sort of snacky, walk-around type food, local providers on the outside of the building. This year, we got a very generous donation from PG&E. And so we were able to bring in a giant life-size snow globe that families can walk into and get their picture taken.
Oh, cool.
And so that's going to be right on Vets Plaza out in front. The car show starts at 10. There's a kids area that starts at 10 with performances going